Imagine you're standing in front of a menu. You have three choices: a small popcorn for $5, a large popcorn for $9, and a medium popcorn for $8.50. At first glance, the medium option seems completely pointless. Why pay almost the same price for less popcorn? But here's the twist. The medium wasn't designed to be purchased. It was designed to make the large look irresistible. This is called the decoy effect. When a third, strategically unattractive option is introduced, it changes how your brain compares the other two choices. Without the medium, you might hesitate between the small and the large. With the medium sitting there, the large suddenly feels like incredible value. Nothing about the large changed. Only your comparison did. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely demonstrated this beautifully with magazine subscriptions. One offer was digital access for $59. Another was print only for $125. And a third was print plus digital, also for $125. Almost nobody chose print only. It looked ridiculous. But once it was removed, far fewer people selected the expensive bundle. The bad option had quietly been steering everyone toward the company's preferred choice. Now look around. Fast food combo meals, streaming subscriptions, cloud storage plans, software pricing, even gym memberships. You'll often find an option that seems oddly unattractive. That's usually not a mistake. It's a sign that someone has carefully designed the comparison. But pricing isn't the only thing companies manipulate. Sometimes, they manipulate something far more powerful: your fear. Why are people more motivated to avoid losing $20 than to gain $20? That tiny quirk of human psychology has helped companies generate billions. Imagine I offer you two choices. Option 1, I'll hand you $50, guaranteed. Option 2, you flip a coin. Heads, you win $100. Tails, you get nothing. Mathematically, both choices have similar expected value, yet most people choose the guaranteed money. Why? Because losing feels worse than winning feels good. Psychologists have repeatedly found that the pain of losing is often about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. Companies understand this deeply. That's why many don't focus on what you'll gain. They focus on what you'll lose if you don't act. Think about Amazon Prime. Once you've enjoyed free one-day shipping, watching movies, listening to music, and getting exclusive discounts, canceling feels painful. You're not simply ending a subscription, you're giving something up. The benefits already feel like they belong to you. And people hate giving up what they already have. Well, consider Duolingo. Miss a lesson, and your streak disappears. Suddenly, you're not practicing because you're excited. You're practicing because you don't want to lose a streak you've built for months. Snapchat, Fitbit, language learning apps, they all understand the same principle. Protecting what we have often feels more urgent than gaining something new. The strongest sales pitch isn't always, "Here's what you'll get." Sometimes it's, "Here's what you'll lose." But here's where things become even stranger. Companies don't even have to change the product. Sometimes, changing only a few words completely changes your decision. Imagine two doctors describe the exact same surgery. Doctor number 1 says it has a 90% survival rate. Doctor number 2 says it has a 10% mortality rate. Same statistics, same procedure, same outcome. Yet people consistently feel more confident after hearing the first version. That's framing. Your brain doesn't respond only to facts. It responds to how those facts are presented. Walk into a grocery store. You see ground beef labeled 90% lean. Sounds healthy. Now imagine the same package saying contains 10% fat. Technically identical, emotionally very different. McDonald's asks, "Would you like fries with that?" Not, "Would you like to spend $4 more?" Apple highlights monthly payments instead of the full purchase price. Netflix tells you that you can cancel anytime. not that you're committing to another subscription. Car dealerships emphasize only $699 per month instead of $60,000. Nothing changed except the frame. And the frame changes your perception. The human brain isn't a calculator, it's a storyteller. It builds meaning from context. Whoever controls the context often controls the decision. But what happens after you've already made one small decision? That's when companies stop convincing you and start letting your own brain do the work. Have you ever signed up for a free trial, fully intending to cancel, only to keep paying for months? You're not alone. Humans have an incredibly strong desire to remain consistent with previous decisions. Psychologists call this commitment and consistency. Once we publicly or mentally commit to something, our brains naturally want future actions to match, because changing our minds feels uncomfortable. That's why so many services offer free trials. Spotify, YouTube Premium, Adobe Creative Cloud, LinkedIn Premium, countless AI platforms. The goal isn't immediate profit. The goal is getting you to say one tiny word: yes. Once you've invested time, created playlists, uploaded files, customized settings, or integrated the software into your daily routine, walking away becomes surprisingly difficult. You're no longer evaluating the product objectively. You're defending your previous decision. The first click is often the hardest. After that, your own psychology helps finish the sale. So far, every technique we've discussed has influenced how you think. The next ones influence something even deeper. They shape what you notice before you even start thinking. Imagine you walk into a luxury hotel. Soft piano music, warm lighting, a subtle signature scent, polished marble floors, fresh flowers. Nothing there tells you directly to spend more money, but together, they quietly prepare your brain to expect luxury. And when your expectations rise, so does your willingness to pay. That's priming. Your environment influences decisions before you're consciously aware of it. Apple stores are another example. Minimalist design, wide open spaces, bright lighting, products displayed like artwork. The store doesn't feel crowded, it feels premium. Before you even touch an iPhone, your brain has already begun assigning it greater value.